gang, this is Corey from YARC West, and today's video we're just going to make some upgrades and modifications to the Enduro12. We're going to change out these poor stock tires for these Injora Kraken claws with metal beadlock wheels, and we're going to see if we can improve the suspension a little bit. Before we get started, I want to give a shout out to Jim's RCs and Bikes. If you have an Enduro12, he's got a lot of good content on free mods and upgrades you can do to improve the performance of the vehicle. Alright, so let's get started. Alright, before I swap the last one out, I wanted to show you guys the difference between the two. I'll link these in the description if you want to check them out. I would probably recommend a different set of wheels, something a little deeper for the axle hex. There's not a ton of room on these. They'll still work. I'd feel more confident if I had a little bit deeper wheel. So I'll get the last one swapped. Alright, tires are swapped out. I have the body off, and what we're going to do is take our front and rear shocks. We're going to lay the front one back to about hole number 2, and same thing with the rear. We're going to move it to this hole here. It's real quick, simple. You just pull the screw out, move it, screw it back in. Simple thing. We'll see if it gives us some better articulation. We can do a quick test to see what we're getting now, to see when the wheel comes off. Alright, so there's 2, and we're still completely planted. 3 is probably going to be too much. Yeah, 3 is a bit much, and we're probably not going to see a difference since these are really large tires we're using this on. But we'll see. We'll see if maybe it'll come down a little bit. Okay, I ended up moving them back to the furthest point because you weren't really gaining much moving it back only 2. But let's see if we actually see a difference here. Still planted. Seems like it's actually better. Not significantly better, but the thing about this truck is it really doesn't need a lot of help with articulation, but you're definitely going to get more out of it like this. It doesn't solve the problem with the pumpkins being too low and catching. We actually did lower our ride height a bit, so definitely need to be aware of our line. Now all we got to do is get it back together, and then we'll go run it and test it. Alright, another thing I did was to move the battery to the front. If you have an extra battery strap, you can actually sit it on this post, and you wedge your connectors next to the post. It'll actually keep it pretty stable itself. And then if you have a spare strap, or you can pull the strap from here, you can actually strap the battery to the cross member, and you get the weight off the back and onto the front. It'll move around left to right a little bit, but it's not going to come out. So there may be a better way to get a little more secure, but I don't want to play with moving this thing right now. So we'll just see what it runs like that, see if it makes a difference. It's not much. The body still fits on it. All right, wait, one more thing. If you're curious, if you have any of the HBX bashers, this is a 1000 milliamp hour 2S. It fits perfectly there. This is a 1050 milliamp. They fit perfectly as well. So you get some more milliamp hours if you use those. They'll fit and you don't have to worry about it.